Ahoy hoy! So today we're going to be using Google Cloud Platform to host a Flask website. So, first things first, I've got an empty folder here and I've linked it up to Visual Studio Code. Let's create our main.py to run our Flask website. I'm going to press Ctrl-Shift-P, create a virtual environment to run this from. And while this is installing, let's create our website. So from Flask, import Flask with a capital letter. App is Flask and underscore name and underscore app.root. Just the basic. Now I'm not going to explain how Flask works. This is pretty straightforward stuff in terms of Flask, but effectively we are just going to return a header that says, "Hi buddy." Good. And then finally, name is main app.run. Good. Okay, we need to install some stuff into our virtual environment, so I'll load up a terminal. We want first of all to install Flask. Pip install Flask. And we also want to install Guncorn. We want to install G-Unicorn. This is going to be effectively the little mini server that runs on the Google Cloud Platform. So we need to include this as part of what we're making. Alright, with that all done, I'm just going to press F5 and run my Python file to check that works. Good. Yeah. Hi buddy. Splendid. Okay. Now that we've got our main.py, let's press Ctrl-C to quit out of this. Type pip freeze arrow requirements.txt. This is going to make a requirements text file for us, which has all of the bits that Flask and Gunicorn need to run. And then finally, for Google Cloud, we need to make an app.yaml file. Now this is going to be the instructions for the cloud effectively, so we need to put a runtime, which is going to be Python, in my case 3.11 or 3.11. There's an entry point, now this is going to be the Gunicorn port, and then main app. Okay. So I made a little mistake when writing out this line of code. You need to put a colon in front of the $sign to make this work. Later on in the video, I will realize my mistake. Finally then, handlers is just going to be URL, give me everything please, and script auto. Cool, that is the absolute basic that we need. Let us save that. One of the things that you quite commonly do in the YAML file is store environment variables like secret keys and that sort of thing. By all means ask ChatGPT to add it in for you. Alright, so our website consists of effectively 3 files. If I go back over to Google Cloud, I'm going to click up in the corner here to activate the Cloud Shell. Once this loads up, we have a command line interface. This uses bash commands or Linux commands, so I can type make dir simple website, and then if I press ls, I can see that simple website has been created. Now I will be filtering out any of my personal stuff here. Okay, let's click Open Editor, and this will load up. I can see my simple website folder here. If I was doing this properly, I would upload all my website files into cloud storage, use the command line interface to copy the files across, but let's keep this really simple. I'm just going to upload the files one by one. So there's the YAML, there's the main, and there's the requirements. Alright, excellent. Now if I press back to open terminal here, I need to move into simple website, the folder, and then I'm going to type gcloud app deploy. Okay, so there's a few things that come up. First of all, it says creating an app engine is irreversible. Now this isn't a big problem. It effectively means you will always have a default app engine after this point. Again, you need to be a bit careful with the region, depending on what you're doing with it. So I always stick with US East 1, number 18. Alright, now it's come up with a load of default URLs and information. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to say yes. It's uploaded our 3 files that we made earlier. And now it'll set about deploying the App Engine to run our website. This does take a few minutes. Anyone got any good jokes? Met any celebrities recently? Anyone going to see the Eras tour? Alexa, play Taylor Swift. Excellent, that's done, fantastic. When it's made this, it's actually given us here a link to our website. So if I copy that and paste it in here. No luck. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on. So I'm going to close down the app terminal for now and jump to App Engine. What we've done is we've created the default service, and that is the thing that we now no longer can remove. I'm going to click through to logs to see what's going on. So I went away and read through the log files, and I can see that the issue is with that line of code. Okay, I do apologise, this is my fault. There was one tiny mistake. I needed to put a colon here. I'm going to save that app.yaml file. Let's go back into the editor. I missed out one semicolon here, so let's just save that. Back to the terminal. And then same again, gcloud app deploy. Now this time that we're running it a second time, we don't get to choose the region, but we can again just press yes to the defaults. This will take again a few minutes to get up and running. Okay, let's try again. So we'll take our web app and refresh. Hey, we have a website, our Hi Buddy website. This is now online. I haven't bought a domain for it, but it is here. And yeah, the files that we need are stored in the command line interface editor. So here we go, simple website, as we can see. Okay, so this is basically it. If you're building out a full, proper website, you don't have to change too much. Enjoy and Merry Christmas.